behalf of the Akshaya Patra Foundation, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you for this wonderful function today. Trust me, you are going to be mesmerized by what you're going to see on stage. Before we begin, may I just kindly request all of you to ensure that your mobile phones are on silent mode, please. To start off, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite on stage our Vice Chairman and Trustee, the Akshaya Patra Foundation, Shri Chanchalapati Dasa.
I'm deeply honored to welcome you all to the launch of Giving Every Dream a Chance, an initiative of Akshaya Patra Foundation. We are honored to have Mrs. Sudha Murthy, Chairperson of Infosys Foundation, who is a benevolent supporter of Akshaya Patra since the year 2004 and continues to be one till date. She has supported Akshaya Patra with personal funds and also through the Infosys Foundation. We are pleased to have you amidst us, Madam. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the mentors of this initiative who have come forward to participate in this initiative. They have shared their valuable knowledge and skills, given time, and put in substantial efforts with an intent to transform the lives of these talented children from the government schools. Welcome to Dr. Zulfia Sheikh, founder of Bangalore School of Speech and Drama, playing the role of a mentor for Manjula, who wants to be an actress. Welcome to Chef Ramaswamy Selvaraj, Executive Chef at Taj Vivanta in Bangalore here. He started his culinary journey almost 25 years ago with the Taj Group, and he has been a mentor for Shekhar, another student from a government school who wants to become a chef. Welcome to Preeti Krishnamurthy, Senior Research Fellow, currently working on her PhD in Astrophysics, a mentor for another student of a government school, Shivu, who wants to become an astronomer, astrophysicist. I also wish to welcome the parents and guardians of Manjula, Shekhar and Shivu to this event. I would also like to welcome Sona Mahapatra and Ram Sampath, singers and music composers, for offering us the theme song of this initiative, as well as for agreeing to perform this evening. They are with us here. I also like to welcome Sushruti Krishna, Miss India Supranational, for being with us here and supporting Akshaya Patra. Esteemed guests, colleagues, associates, donors, families, trustees, and dear friends, we have a great occasion to behold this wonderful evening. We are at the cusp of observing an incredible metamorphosis of these three amazing children. Manjula, studying in Government Girls High School, Malleshwaram, aspiring to become an actress. Shekhar, studying in Government High School, Adugodi, aspiring to become a chef. Shivu, studying in Government High School, Uttarahalli, who wants to explore the stars. All these three children have completed class 10 recently with about 70% marks, and they are continuing their education. These talented children are Akshaya Patra beneficiaries with uncommon dreams, and we made a humble attempt to give their dreams a chance. This is the first of its kind initiative by Akshaya Patra. The journey of these children through mentorship programs to the stage where they are confident to present the skills they have acquired have been documented as short films. This occasion is to release these films officially. This occasion is to join hands to support these children to continue and pursue their dreams till they have realized it. This is also an occasion to say, it's just a beginning. There are 1.5 million children with dreams to be given a chance. I hope you will be inspired by these children. This is a pilot project and it has immense potential and a great promise in nourishing minds and nurturing the dreams of these children. In our effort to make this evening as memorable as it should be, we have a few remarkable performances to present before you. Once again, a grand welcome to everyone. Over to Mark Rigo.
If I could request our guests to join us, we have 2 lamps to light. So if I could have, first of all, Mr. Sudha Murthy, Mr. Mohandas Pai, Mr. Madhupandit Dasa. Can we have Mr. Manoj Matthew from the Taj Vivanta, Sona and Ram, Shishruti Akul. Can we have you to please light the lamp? Mr. Prabhat Verma, if you can join us as well, please. Thank you very much, all of you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off on a very, very nice note here with a little dance performance by the children from the Government Kannada Higher Primary School, Murphy Town, and the Government Tamil Higher Primary School. These little kids have had only 5 days, 5 days to practice and come up with this dance number. And this has been choreographed by Darshan. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our very special children on stage to start this evening's proceedings.
Danadom, 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 danadom. Danadom, 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 danadom.
हमें लिखना है, पढ़ना है, आगे ही बढ़ना है, खाते हैं हम ये कसम.
Danadom. Danadom, 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 danadom. Danadom, 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 danadom.
हमें लिखना है, पढ़ना है, आगे ही बढ़ना है, खाते हैं हम ये कसम.
Danadom, 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 danadom.
जो ज्ञान का रास्ता है, शिक्षा का रास्ता है, उसी पे चलेंगे हम.
सत्य क्या है? ये सुनो, अपने मन में जान लो. ज्ञान की जो रोशनी है, उसमें ही तो जिंदगी है.
पाओ शिक्षा, पाओ भोजन, स्वस्थ मन हो, स्वस्थ जीवन.
वो जो शिक्षा पा गया है, वो ही आगे आ गया है.
पाओ शिक्षा, पाओ भोजन, स्वस्थ मन हो, स्वस्थ जीवन.
तुमको सदा आगे ही आगे है जाना, ये शपथ लो. काम कोई अच्छा है करके दिखाना, ये शपथ लो.
दिव्या जो पाएंगे हम, कुछ न दिखाएंगे हम. पढ़ने के जो काज करेंगे, सबके मन में राज करेंगे, राज करेंगे, राज करेंगे. समझो जरा.
Danadom, 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 danadom. ज्ञान की जो रोशनी है, उसमें ही तो जिंदगी है.
पाओ शिक्षा, पाओ भोजन, स्वस्थ मन हो, स्वस्थ जीवन. danadom, 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 danadom. लिखना है, पढ़ना है, आगे ही बढ़ना है, खाते हैं हम ये कसम. जो ज्ञान का रास्ता है, शिक्षा का रास्ता है, उसी का रहेगा. danadom, danadom, danadom. लिखना है, पढ़ना है, आगे ही बढ़ना है, खाते हैं हम ये कसम. जो ज्ञान का रास्ता है, शिक्षा का रास्ता है, उसी पे चलेंगे हम.
Give them a big round, ladies and gentlemen. All right, most of these kids, in fact, all of them, I think, are here for the very first time on a stage. Come on, I think you need to give them a bigger round of applause. Allow me to introduce each and every one of them to the very special to us over here. Naresh, Sikandar, Karunya, Manush. Clap for them, please. Mahesh, Vijay, Sarvana, Satish, and Raju. Thank you, children. Thank you so much. Thank you. A strategic visionary, trustee and donor, he has been involved with the Akshaya Patra since its founding days. He actively interfaces with key leadership at Indian regulators to improve the business ecosystem. His focus areas are education, information technology, and human resource development. He has been the recipient of the prestigious awards like CFO of the Year and Best CFO in India by recognized institutions. He is currently the chairman of the board of Manipal Global Education Services Private Limited and an advisor to the Manipal Education and Medical Group. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the chairman, Manipal Global Education Services, Mr. T.V. Mohandas Pai.
Dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, every one of us has a dream. The dream of a strong, prosperous India, where every Indian will have food on the table, a roof over our house, a toilet in the house, power in the switch, water in the tap, a road to the house, education for our children, and economic well-being. This was the promise for which our founding fathers fought against the British to give us freedom many, many years ago. We all dream of a society where everybody is equal and respected, where everybody has equal opportunities. We dream of a society where women walk on the streets doing whatever they're doing without fear, and where the person is respected. We dream of a society where there is no corruption, there is good governance, there is happiness, there is compassion and joy in giving. We dream of a society which is sustainable, where we breathe fresh air, drink pure water, and where there is no violence. So many of us dream of this every single day. But above all, we dream of a society where every child who is born has enough food, every child is nourished, every child is treated with affection, and every child can dream and achieve his or her dream. And every child has an opportunity to do whatever the child wishes, irrespective of where they are born, when they are born, and to what family they are born. And that is the society we have to create. Because we are poor. We are not a rich society, but we have enough resources. We are poor, but we can give our children a great future. All our mothers have struggled hard to give us education. Our mothers have eaten one meal less, so we go to school. Our mothers have worked very hard to make sure we do our homework. Our mothers have done so many sacrifices, so we prosper. But not many are fortunate in this country. We must treat every child born in India as our children. Because being born is not something anybody chooses. You could be born in a poor family, or a well-off family, or an educated family. It is a risk that happens to you. You don't choose the place of your birth. But if we treat every child as our child, and create a society where every child can grow, realize a dream, that will be the society which all our sages spoke about, all of us dream, and all of us want to be. And we can do it. We can do it provided we have compassion in our hearts. We can do it provided we treat all children as our own. We do it if we promise ourselves we will not eat our dinner till all children are fed and all children can sleep easily. Because unless we make our self-sacrifices, unless we give to others, we will not be able to achieve all this. And in the whole of India, you go to the poorest person's house, if he's got half a roti, he'll give it to you before he eats the meal. It's a country where there is compassion among poor people. But there has to be compassion amongst the rich. It has to be compassion among the middle class. There has to be compassion amongst educated people. And that is very, very important, because we cannot tolerate a country where 177 women die in childbirth. 177 100,000 die in childbirth. We cannot tolerate a society where 45 children out of 1,000 children who are born do not reach the age of 5. We cannot tolerate a society where children have to work for a living when they're very, very young. We cannot tolerate a society where children go to bed hungry and children do not have food. Because India has enough food. India has enough money. India has everything anybody could want. What India needs in abundance today is compassion. India needs public service. India needs all the citizens to stand up and say, we are one single society and we will work together. And we will shed a tear for the poor child who is there, for the poor woman who is harassed, for the poor person who cannot work. We'll treat them with dignity. We'll share what we have. And that is what Akshaya Patra stands for. Akshaya Patra stands for the abundance of compassion in this country. Akshaya Patra stands for that unlimited pot which God has given us, whoever God is. Akshaya Patra stands for the abundance which is the human heart and the compassion which flows unlimited. But we must not suppress the compassion. And Akshaya Patra is doing his bit. So we're very happy all of you are here to look at the dreams of these children who dreamt of something apart from the normal dream. And in showcasing them to you and asking them to come here, we are reminded of our childhood, how we grew up, and to tell these children that if children have a dream in this country, this will be a country where every child's dream will be fulfilled. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mohandas Pai. She is the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation India and a trustee of the Infosys Foundation USA. A master's degree in electrical engineering from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. She is a prolific writer in Kannada and English. She is a columnist for the English and Kannada dailies with 24 books and 156 titles to her credit. Her books have been translated into all major Indian languages, and she has received the Padma Shri Award from the Government of India, as well as 7 honorary doctorates from universities in India. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Mrs. Sudha Murthy.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good evening to everyone. As a child, I was very fond of stories, and one story was told to me by my grandfather, who was a school teacher. I never understood that at that age. He said it's a story after all. There was a young prince, and one moonlight day he was wandering in the forest. He lost his way. It is a normal standard story. He met a beautiful princess. I never used to understand why princess should be there should be beautiful. There is a beautiful princess, and he wanted to marry her, but she had a bowl with a lid on that, or a patre like this with a lid on that. And he said, "I'll marry you on only one condition. You should never open the lid of that vessel." It was not a great thing, you know. He said, okay. And she kept it in the attic, and they got married, they had children, everything went off well. But it's a human nature. When you say something you should never do, you would like to do, it's always there. So once she was out in a garden, and husband felt, I married her for such a long time, so what is the secret between me and her? There will not be any secret. He assumed that way, and opened the lid of the vessel. By the time she came in, there was nothing inside actually. She came in and said, "You have crossed your limit, and I don't want to stay with you, and I want to go away." He said, "What was there in that vessel?" She said, "The vessel contained compassion, the vessel contained dream, the vessel contained hope. You have opened it up." He says, in this life, if you want to lead a good life, good means not in terms of money, in terms of the mental happiness, and something to look forward in life, you require hope, You require a dream. First you require a dream, then you require a hope, and then you require compassion. And you have emptied it, and I can't live with a person like him and you, and she went away. I never understood what is this compassion, hope, dream, when an 8 years girl never understood. But when I became a chairperson of Infosys Foundation, I realized with all these struggle in our country, still our country is very great. I always look at our structure of our country, or the culture of our country. There was unrest in Bangladesh in 1972 and there was a war. So Bangladeshis came to India and we gave them place. And we had a special stamp. Many of you people might not have been born, children. Parents may be born but may not be aware. There used to be a special Nirashrita stamp on a postcard. We used to put 5 paisa extra. If anything happens anywhere, even in Sri Lanka, then there are people coming here. In Pakistan, in here. We may not be very rich, but we have a compassionate heart. And that is the Indian culture. It is not the money, it is the culture. We have there are a lot of difficulties in our country, language, caste system, poverty. There are many. If you want to list, the list is endless. But still, we people live with relatively quite happy compared to others, because we have a hope, the hope that tomorrow will be a better day. A day will come when all of us will be happy one day or other day. And that's very important. It's a part of our fabric of our culture, hope of better tomorrow. Third one is dream. Dreams are so essential in life. If there are no dreams, then everything is so real. It's very difficult to live. But everything is realistic, you cannot live. There should be a dream and should chase the dream. Dream should be realistic. Like I want to become like Sukriti, like her, Miss India and all. That is a foolish dream. Okay? For that there is an age limit, there is a beauty, there is a thin personality and all. Imagine an old lady like me thinking of that. The dream should be near realistic. Or I want to be Isaac Newton. That is never ever possible. Maybe my dream is that our children in our country, at least in Karnataka, they should have 3 meals, a breakfast, lunch and dinner. They can have 3 sets of clothes, normally 2 sets, one when it rains heavily, and we pray God it should rain heavily. And study up to 12th class with good Kannada and good English. Both. Kannada is our mother tongue. This is our land's language. So know our Kannada. When I don't respect my own mother and I respect my pakkad mane auntie, then what my mother will feel about me? My mother may not be rich, my mother may be poor, she may not be beautiful, whatever you say, but she is my mother, so is my language. We should love Kannada. So our children in our state should know good Kannada and equally good English, because it's a good, easy to communicate, get a better job, etc. Both they should know well and get a professional training so that they can get a job. And that is my dream, and I chase that dream. Please, everybody will have different dreams, but chase your dream as long as legally, ethically it is right. No? Please do that. And Akshaya Patra has been very dear to our Infosys Foundation and personally to me and Mr. Murthy, because they are feeding people. We can talk 1,000 things, but when our belly is empty, then nothing can replace with food. That's the reason our elders have told, whenever you build a new house, you should have Anna Shanti, because if you are a greedy person, he says you give a kilo of gold, he wants 2 kilo. If you buy 10 saris, then you want 100 saris. You build one house, you want 100 houses. But once your belly is full, even though you want one more chapati, you can't eat it. So Anna Shanti is very important, and that is the only thing for which probably everybody strives. That's the reason our people have told, our datas have told, ellaru maduvodu ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಗಾಗಿ, ಗೇಣು ಬಟ್ಟೆಗಾಗಿ. And Akshaya Patra is helping children to do that. And whatever is possible, with our dreams, with our limitation, with our strength, we would like to support. And thank you very much, Akshaya Patra, starting a new era of chasing the dream and giving them a chance. And I request all people who have a capacity to give a chance, please do give. Because as a human being, it's your duty to give a chance. Because someone has given you a chance. Please remember that. Thank you very much.
Ma'am, if I could request you just stay on stage a few moments more, we'd like to just facilitate a few children. I love those words Mrs. Murthy just spoke. I'm going to elaborate a little more on that later when I tell you a little story. But taking off from what you spoke on, ma'am, we have a few children over here who've actually excelled in the recently concluded exams. And they are all beneficiaries of the Akshaya Patra. And we'd like you to just present them a little memento. So first of all, we have Nazreen Taj, who scored 77.28%. There she is. Give her a, come on, give these children a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. They are from the BBMP High School in Murphytown, a government school. Also from the BBMP High School, Murphytown, with a percentage of 71.6%. Prabhavati. I was told there are very few children in this school, and among these very few kids who passed out, all these have scored a first class. So our next child over here with a percentage of 68% is Idiakani. Give her a big clap, please. Give her a big clap. With a percentage of 62.4%, Priyadarshini. From St. Anne's Convent, Ulsur, with an astounding percentage of 94.8%, Surivani. From the Indranagar High School, Kerala Niketan, 96.16%, Agna PK. And finally, from Resurrection School, with a percentage of 85.12%, Tirupati. I'm going to request you to stay there just a moment more, because we're launching our new Akshaya Patra app today, right? So if we can have that on stage, we'll ask Mrs. Sudhamurthy to actually launch this, please.
Getting awards. Huh? Days have come that boys have become minority in higher education.
Mr. Pai, if I could have you as well, sir, to help Mrs. Murthy launch the app. Okay, here we are, unveiling the new app. Alright, just a few words on it. The all-new Akshaya Patra app is a virtual compendium that gives users every possible insight about the foundation and its efforts to reach out to the undeserved children in India, with the promise of a wholesome meal every school day. This is the beta version of the app. The app enables users to find all states where Akshaya Patra is operating. The users, on selecting the state, can view the total number of Akshaya Patra kitchens present in that state. The users can further tap on the state to view the total number of beneficiary schools present in the state. And when they tap to find the school details, including the total number of children that are being benefited. The users can also donate to their preferred campaigns and share the same with their friends and family. You can download the beta version of the Akshaya Patra app in Android and iOS systems. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Folks, I hope you can read the numbers. It is 202 crores, 74 lakhs, 54,000. India's population is 127 crores. It may be 1.65 times India's population, right from 2000, when Akshaya Patra started, till maybe today. This is the largest midday meal program in the world.
If I can now request Madhu Pandit Dasa to please felicitate Mrs. Sudhamurthy. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. If I can call back on stage now, Mr. Chanchalapatha Dasa.
Request Raghavendra Hegde to come over to the stage, and he's around here. Okay, please do come. He is a sand artist, and he will renowned sculptor and sand artist Raghavendra Hegde has shown how you can carve a niche for yourself in the world of art, as long as you have the passion for it. Alumni of Chitrakala Parishat, a renowned art school in Bangalore, Raghavendra Hegde started off with sculpting and painting before he found his calling in sand art. He has showcased his work of art at several platforms and has even been honored with a national award for the same. Raghavendra Hegde.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a performance by Raghavendra now. He'll be performing on the side there. But if I could turn your attention to the screens in front of you, I've seen this before and I worked with them before. This is absolutely, absolutely amazing stuff. beautiful summer day in Mayapur, a place near Kolkata. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, was looking out of his window. Suddenly he saw a group of children fighting with street dogs for scraps of food. By this sight, Srila Prabhupada resolved, no one within a 10-mile radius of our center should go hungry. With this story as the inspiration, the Akshaya Patra Foundation began its journey of providing meals to school children. From the government, independent trustees like T.V. Mohandas Pai and Abhay Jain Akshaya Patra spreading its wings across Karnataka. As the word spread that free and delicious food was being offered, Akshaya Patra started taking rapid strides towards serving more children with the help of corporate donors like Infosys Foundation, Cisco, and many more. is heartening to see your mother encourage your child to attend school after seeing Akshaya Patra's delivery vans. It gives us hope that we will see a world where no child will be deprived of education just because of hunger. Children with their tummy full can now focus on learning and furthering their knowledge. Akshaya Patra also contributes to social equity as children in 11,360 schools across 10 states sit together to share a common meal, cutting across caste and class lines. Akshaya Patra has come a long way from feeding 1,500 children in the year 2000 to feeding over 1.5 million children today. Our mission is to feed 5 million children by 2020. By providing children nutritious food, we encourage children to dream. Dream big, because every child has a dream, and every dream should be given a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause, Raghavendra Hegde. Raghavendra, if I could have you on stage. If I can request Sri Chanchalapati Dasa to please come and felicitate Mr. Raghavendra Hegde, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. All right. A lot of you people, if you don't already know very much about Akshaya Patra, you'd like to know what we actually do and the immense, immense work that goes behind the scenes. Let's take a look. I'd like to now call on stage a person who's been supporting this initiative, Mr. Prabhat Verma, the Senior Vice President Operations of Taj Hotels.
I have to thank Mrs. Murthy, Mr. Pai, the chairperson, the vice chairperson of Akshaya Patra. You know, it all started very suddenly. I'm new to Bangalore, but I've been with the Taj for 26 years, first job. And Selvaraj calls me up to say, there's a little story. And he sent me some photographs and videos, and with moist eyes, we all put together our hands and said, look at what Akshaya Patra is doing, the foundation. And here we have the handsome Shekhar here, who looks so dapper, a hotelier here. And look at the dream that he's chasing, and it kind of fitted, when the dreams of Akshaya Patra Foundation of feeding the children so that they can be fulfilled in terms of aspiring for what they want to achieve in life and chase the dream. And we, as a Taj, in a very little manner, could support him to become a hotelier, a chef, food, education. And I think that's what came up very simple to us to say, hey, let's put our hands together and see what best we could do. Inspired by Mr. Pai's speech, and we know what he does, with Mrs. Sudha Murthy, and the foundations, and listening to all of that and the sand art, it's quite a moving experience. On behalf of the Taj, little that we can do in starting it up with Shekhar and many more to follow, we will be always along. And I would love to see more children taking up hospitality, and we will be there strongly supporting. It's very close to our heart. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. All right. I'd like to tell you a little story. And this is a true story, right? And I'm very honored to actually have my mentor when I was a young guy sitting over here. He is now the general manager of the Taj Vivanta, Bangalore. Manoj, thank you. It was in 1983. I think I was studying in the 9th standard. And my mom took me to Goa for Francis Xavier's exposition of his body. And I had an uncle who was working at the Taj Aguada resort over there, and he was a chef. He was the executive chef. And we went across to see him. And we went to the restaurant, and guess who he was sitting with? This was in 1983, okay? Mr. Amitabh Bachchan and Rekha. Okay, and I was a young guy. I must have been about 14 years old. I was so awed, and I think that's the time the movie Sholay, or the real big hits of Amitabh Bachchan came out. I was like in awe. I was absolutely in awe. Oh my God, I'm meeting Amitabh Bachchan and Rekha and stuff like that. It gave me a dream. I actually told my uncle, and I said, when I finish school, I want to be a chef, or I want to join the hotel. Well, a couple of years passed. I finished my 10th standard in school, and my parents weren't that really well off. I'm one of 6 children. My dad really struggled. My mom struggled to bring us all up, but they're all doing pretty well today. Didn't have much money to go to college, so guess where I landed up? At the back of these walls. At the back of these walls. I was 15 years and a few months. I don't know those days the labor laws, I think, were different. You were allowed to work. I got a job. I got my first job here because things were pretty difficult at home. I was paid 12 rupees a day. Okay? The first few weeks it was only washing dishes and cleaning up the place. And then somebody noticed that, this guy's a very hard worker. He speaks pretty well. He's always smiling. So they moved me into service. And then I slowly rose. Manoj taught me so much. Thank you. You need mentors, right? Yes, there was my mentor. And I worked in the hotel line for about, I think, 22, 23 years old. And then my kids came along, so I said, okay, I can't work 18, 20 hours a day. I'm going to leave and do something else. But I finally, when I started from this 12 rupees a day, and mind you, I used to get so upset. We had a little card that we had to punch when we go to the cafeteria. You'll still have that, chef? Food card? Yeah? I think in those days they used to punch it was, 75 paise for a meal? I used to get very upset because I lost 75 paise. But more than that, okay, I used to get a meal. So that's why I used to love coming and working. Sometimes I'll do double shift because I get lunch and dinner. Okay, and when I finally left the hotel industry quite a few years ago to start my own business, I actually left the hotel industry when I was a general manager of a 5-star hotel. I had a dream, I worked hard, I achieved the dream. It doesn't end there. Today I have my own chain of restaurants, pretty popular here in Bangalore. I'm not here to advertise my restaurant, but I realized how hard I used to work, and I'm picking up on Mr. Murthy's and Mr. Mohandas' spice thing about the word compassion, right? So I actually I run an orphanage myself. We have about 57 kids, but more than that, I've got 80% of all my employees who work in my restaurants. I've actually hired them from all the orphanages around town and trained them in their skills. And one of the guys actually recently, and he was a little orphan boy when I took him on about 6 years ago. He's one of my main chefs now. He actually took part in the Master Chef when the Master Chef Australia people came down. I had actually hosted them. He took part, and he was actually commended by the 3 Master Chefs himself for the kind of job that he do. All right, so now I'm actually going to bring on these heroes. I'd like to use the word heroes because that's exactly what they are, ladies and gentlemen. And every single one of you need to applaud these lovely kids who are going to come up over here. This is the very first time we are doing this at the Akshaya Patra, and hopefully we're going to carry this on further and further and further and actually give kids dreams, hopes, right, make them reality. So here we are. I'm going to actually move on with this and introduce our first person over here. First of all, we have another distinguished lady with us over here who also has this beautiful dream. All right. Her motto is "Dream big, as it is the first step to realizing it, and never stop dreaming because your dreams make you who you are." She's an architect by profession and is Femina Miss India Supernatural 2016. She is a skilled dancer with extensive training on ballet and Indian contemporary dance forms. Apart from being a skilled dancer, she is also a proficient swimmer and basketball player. She has co-founded and runs a social initiative called Anata. As a part of this initiative, she builds toilets for government and rural schools and makes sure that children have a good environment to study in. So far, about 10 toilet projects have been completed in Bangalore alone. And as I mentioned, her success mantra is "Dream big, as it is the first step to realizing it, and never stop dreaming because your dreams make you who you are." Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very beautiful, the very talented Srishti Krishna. If I can invite once again Sri Chanchalapati Dasa to please honor Srishti, please. Give it up for our ladies and gentlemen, Srishti Krishna. Srishti, if we could just have a few words from you, please, we'll be very delighted.
Hello everyone, and it's a pleasure to be here at the Akshaya Patra Foundation, especially because a lot of what I believe and the work that we do with Anata coheres with what the Akshaya Patra Foundation is doing. Obviously, you guys have done tremendous amount of work, and we're in a very initial stage. We have a big dream and we're trying to achieve it. We believe that, like you believe that education cannot be stopped because of hunger, we believe that education cannot be stopped because of infrastructure. So we try to provide as many schools with infrastructure as we can. And I think that was one of the main reasons when I was invited here. I obliged so willingly because my heart follows this dream. And to be associated with a dream like this is something that's really an honor. And I think that the children who have been here, Manjula and Shivu and Shekhar, for them, when you go into a government school, to know what it is to be a chef itself is a very big thing, because their understanding of what profession is and what their aims and aspirations for life is very limited. And I remember when I had been to the Vartur school in Bangalore, I asked a 7-year-old girl, what do you want to be? And the first response I heard was, I want to be a maid. So to know that, there are people out here telling them that you can be more than what you just see around you. You can dream big and know that that dream can be yours is something that's very special. I think a lot of us here are very lucky to have people who have believed in our dreams and who have told us that, if you want to get there, you work hard and you can get there. And I think the Akshaya Patra Foundation, with an initiative like this, is telling each child in a government school that if you believe in your dreams, we are here to help you and to guide you in those dreams. And don't worry, it's going to be hard, but we're going to be there along your journey and along your stride. So I think this is a very, very, very commendable platform that every kid here has, and I believe you're setting out with 100 children, and each one of those child is going to be something special. So thank you all for having me here and to be a part of a journey as wonderful as this. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Shruti. Thank you. All right, time to bring on our heroes. But first of all, every hero needs a mentor. So I'd like to introduce the first of our mentors. Dr. Zulfia Shaikh is a double graduate with distinction in effective communication and drama. She is the founder director of the Bangalore School of Speech and Drama. She has been the driving force behind nurturing the performer in Manjula and letting her natural talent shine through. She couldn't have asked for a more passionate mentor who believed in her potential. Dr. Zulfia Shaikh has many accolades to her credit, from being presented with the Exhibition Award in Communication from the Trinity Guildhall College, London, to winning the world record Electrifying Planning and Teaching from the Trinity College, London again. She is also the only Indian qualified by the Trinity Guildhall College to teach communication in India, the UK, and all over the Commonwealth countries. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first of our mentors, Dr. Zulfia Shaikh.
Mrs. Sudha Murthy, Mr. Pai, Mr. Chanchalapati Das, Team Akshaya Patra, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you. Sudhaji, just like you said, you spoke to us about a story, and just like you, I'm a great lover of stories, whether they're on the written page or on celluloid. And to bring back from that, I will quote a line from the movie Spider-Man, where he says to Parker that with great power comes great responsibility. And that's exactly what Akshaya Patra is doing. They're using that power that they have of outreach and connection to assume such a huge responsibility, and also to set a path for others to follow. In that same ideology, and by the same principle, people like me, who are small in our own places but have a talent or a skill, I believe it is absolutely imperative, and it is not an option to share this to benefit others. We cannot, to use your own skill and talent for only personal growth is a waste of that talent that could be God-given. So I was always looking for a way to reach out to those who couldn't reach me. And I was just sharing this with Mr. Das, that for the past 3 years, I had been looking we wanted to start a scholarship for students who couldn't afford to come to fancy institutes, who couldn't afford to go to a school for speech and drama to learn to communicate or learn to act. But there is a gap between us, between teachers like me, and the people we are seeking to teach. The people who we feel needed and wanted, but don't have the means. And Akshaya Patra it was fate, destiny. Akshaya Patra just happened. They came to me and they said, we're starting this initiative. And I jumped at the opportunity because it was just what I was looking for. And they brought Manjula to me. And I am so excited to say, first of all, I couldn't have asked for a better protege. She was a dream to work with, absolutely. It was exhilarating, it was exciting. I cannot tell you how charged I was to be able to do this with her. And it was a lovely journey where I was able to transform this little child who came in nervous and unsure of herself, but bursting with talent. And to be able to give her direction. I think anyone who is a real teacher, a good teacher, knows that we can only point in the right direction. Children already have the power. They already have the skill and talent. We only have to give them wings to fly. And that's what I did with Manjula. I tell my students, like I told Manjula, that you will climb this mountain on your own. I cannot do it for you. But I will be your Sherpa. You will be Edmund Hillary. I will be your Tenzing Norgay. And she was wonderful. It was a joy to work with her. And I believe, because the theme of this initiative is that every dream has a chance. And I believe that dreams are so important. There was a time when kids dreamt of being engineers and doctors, and that's what parents dreamt for their children as well. But those times are changing. Today children dream of becoming chefs and actors and cricketers and football players, and that's exciting. It's a wonderful time to live in, and it's a wonderful time for people like me to mentor and to teach and to explore this possibility. So a dream gives you a goal to work towards, and a goal gives you a plan of action. So it translates, it percolates down to what you need to do today. The dream that you have for much later in life. It translates and percolates down to what you need to do today and tomorrow morning when you get out of bed. And that's wonderful. And to Manjula, Shivu and Shekhar and so many others like them, I would like to say, reach high, for stars lie hidden in your soul. Dream deep, for the dreams precede your goal. All the very best, Akshaya Patra and the students.
Let's take a look at a little video on how Manjula fared. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together with a thunderous applause and welcome the lovely Manjula. Come on, I can't hear your hands.
Hello everyone, my name is Manjula. I am 15 years old. I studied in GGHS Malleshwaram and my dream is to be an actress. At home, when I watch TV, I try to act like the heroine and I never leave a chance to perform in any drama or dance in school and near my house. But my parents did not like this as much as I did. Then I got an opportunity from Akshaya Patra to perform in front of large audience, thanks to Zulfia ma'am and Akshaya Patra. Then I got an opportunity from Akshaya Patra. That's when I realized that I knew nothing and I had to work harder. Then Zulfia ma'am taught me how to improve my body language, expression and dialogue delivery. Really, I want to thank Zulfia ma'am and Akshaya Patra. Then I attended the summer workshop at the Bangalore School of Speech and Drama and I was introduced to various aspects of acting. Really, I enjoyed a lot and learned a lot more about acting at the Bangalore School of Speech and Drama with Zulfia ma'am as my teacher. Now my parents are very happy and they support my acting as much as my studies. Then I got a chance to meet Akul Balaji. He is my role model, which was like a dream come true. Really, I want to thank everyone behind this. Special thanks to Zulfia ma'am for making me live my dream. Thank you everyone. Thank you once again.
Would you like to see Manjula perform for you? We can't hear that. Would you like to see her perform? Wow. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Manjula! Superb. Absolutely fantastic, Manjula. Thank you so much. Alright, before we get on our next little hero. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Come on, give them both a hand. Dr. Zulfia, hats off to you. Hats off. Really. She's absolutely talented. Wow. Okay, if I could turn your attention to the screens in front of you, let's check out the video of our next little hero. Krishnamurthy is a senior research fellow, currently working on morphology of interstellar medium using multi-wavelength observations. Wow, that's a very long word. I got it right. As part of her PhD in physics, astrophysics, she is also a leading member of the team Starry Messengers, the science outreach wing of the Indian Institute of Astrophysics. As part of the term, she has introduced several school children to the marvels of physics and the universe through interactive sessions and activities. Preeti is also interested in understanding and finding solutions to challenges in the current educational landscape and in creating a culture of open-mindedness and critical thinking amongst school children. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next mentor, Preeti Krishnamurthy.
Very good evening to everyone present here. And if you think the title is long, you don't have any idea about the PhD itself. Trust me. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep this a little informal, short, and hopefully interesting. And so this started a few months back. I got a call from a friend saying that they heard something about Akshaya Patra, a student who needs to be mentored in astronomy. And my first question was, I'm still a student. Do you think I can do this? Don't you think it's better to get someone from the institute who's a professor, who knows much more than me? But then, he's a kid. The reason I finally took this up was because a few years back, I was like him when I was his age. I was struck by astronomy. I was one of those kids in school who was a last bencher, brat, rebel, the kind you tell your children not to mingle with, and the ones that the other teachers thought she's not going to do much with her life. But they didn't know that I had a dream. I wanted to study astrophysics when I was young. And the other subjects didn't interest me as much, so I didn't do so well in the other studies, in the other subjects. So, when I went ahead with it, tried talking to people about it, I didn't have mentors then. Most of the reply that you would get would be, are you sure about this? This is going to be difficult. You should think about engineering, you should think about doctor, something that you can be sure of that you will go somewhere. Astrophysics, it's a nice dream, it's a good hobby. You can go out on the terrace, have a look, but as a subject, PhD is not that easy, you know. And, of course, being the rebel, the more they said don't do it, the more determined I was to do it anyway. And I'm happy to say that I finally finished my dream. And I don't know how many of you have seen what's written on the board over there behind. It says, if you can dream it, you can do it. And I think I'm an example of that myself, because I have been able to do that. And at that time, to know that there is a young student who wants to study astronomy. And given the background, most of the people would advise him, I don't think this is a good idea. Go into something where you can earn well. So I thought this is a good chance. So I readily accepted to it. And something that made me happy about that was, today, Akshaya Patra people, please note this, today Shivu told me that when he grows up, he is ready to become the next mentor in astronomy. So, please make sure you're in touch with him. And I would now like to call Shivu to the stage. I would like to introduce to you all the future astrophysicist, Shivu. Yeah, so when I first met him, he was really shy. He barely spoke to me. And we had a lot of communication issues because we didn't understand each other's language, but astronomy is so good that it breaks all barriers, including language. So, anything to say, Shivu? Now he's much more confident. He talks real loud. Anything to say? No. He has a lot to say, but I think it's going to come after this. Anyway, so I would like to leave you all with Shivu on stage now. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shivu. I have completed my 10th standard in GHS Uttarahalli. My dream is to become an astronomer. I have spent nights looking at the sky, wondering what those small shining dots in the sky are. Why do they shine so bright? Why can't we test them? Whenever I get time, I watch NGC, Discovery and try to learn more about these stars and their names. I realized it was never-ending chapter, so big and confusing. Just about when I started losing interest and getting busy with my 10th standard preparations, I came across some people just like angels from the sky. They had answers for all my questions. Preeti ma'am explained me certain concepts of astronomy. For now, we decided to make a telescope on my own. I was very excited for almost 2 months. I met Preeti ma'am 3 days a week. I got an opportunity to visit an observatory where I could look at the stars very closely, and also visit the planetarium to understand the solar system and galaxy better. By the end of these 2 months, I could make a presentation on constellations and a telescope. Suddenly, I felt those stars in the sky are my friends. I knew them better now. I want to thank Preeti ma'am for taking me through this journey of knowledge, and Akshaya Patra for providing this opportunity. Thank you.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, Shivu! Okay, I'm told Shivu is going to give a little presentation.
When we go out night and see the sky, you will see the moon and some bright points, which are the planets Jupiter, Saturn and Mars. You will see many stars. If we switch off all the city lights and remove the clouds, we will see 3,000 stars. Some stars are big and bright, and some stars are small and dim. I have chosen 3 out of 3,000 stars. All you have to tell about those 3 stars are Vivae Canis Majoris, Rigel and Antares. Sorry, Vivae Canis Majoris. Previous slide. Now I am going to talk about the first, the greatest and the hugest star in the Milky Way galaxy is Vivae Canis Majoris. It is located in the constellation Scorpio. Vivae Canis Majoris, if we place Vivae Canis Major in the center of the solar system, it will extend up to Saturn. Vivae Canis Major has a temperature of about 3000 Kelvin and has a surface temperature of about 2900 Kelvin. It has a 4900 light years from the Earth. Now I am going to talk about the another star, Rigel, the blue supergiant. It is the star, it is located in the constellation of Orion. Rigel, if the Rigel is expanded as a supernova, it is became the brightest star in the Milky Way galaxy after the moon. Rigel has a temperature of about 12,100 Kelvin. It has the highest star in the Milky Way galaxy. Highest temperature. As a few million years ago, Rigel will expand as a supernova. Now I am going to talk about the another star, Antares. Antares is a dull star, which is located in the constellation of Scorpio. Antares is categorized as Antares A and Antares B, smaller but hotter. Antares has a temperature of about 3000 Kelvin. It is a red supergiant. The big stars like Antares burn their fuel and exist for a few million years, but the smallest star, our Sun, exists for over 1,000 million years. Thank you.
Give it up for Shivu, ladies and gentlemen. This entire presentation was done exclusively by him, and I think he needs a huge round of applause. And Shivu, I think your waistcoat is much better than mine. You look much better than me. And that's the truth. Doesn't he look smart? Okay, time to introduce another of my heroes. I keep meeting him all the time over here. Chef Ramaswamy, but before that, I think we've got a video we'd like to share. Chef Ramaswamy Selvaraju of Vivanta by Taj, Bengaluru was a dream mentor. And under his guidance, Shaker's progress was nothing short of spectacular. Chef Selvaraj's passion for food is reflected in his many specializations: modern French, modern European, Mediterranean, Italian, Caribbean, Lebanese, and Indian cuisines. It's a small wonder that he was voted Best Chef of the Year by the Ministry of Tourism. He is also a two-time winner of the International Black Box Culinary Award, Australia, for pre-plated fine dining. He also had the honor of serving the likes of His Holiness Pope John Paul II, Kofi Annan, and Bill Clinton, along with a host of other international heads of states and celebrities. Chef Selvaraju derives great satisfaction from serving orphans, the underprivileged, and hosting charity dinners for the AIDS afflicted. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chef Ramaswamy Selvaraju.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. When Vishal called me, he asked me, "So why don't you be a mentor for this boy?" I asked him, "Does he know cooking?" He said, "No, absolutely zero." So what I'm supposed to do? What kind of cuisine? So immediately I said, "Okay, I will do that." And he was extremely happy, Vishwas. So the boy, he entered in the kitchen. First time he entering into the 5-star kind of atmosphere. And he was shocked by looking at the kitchen. You know, there are various kitchens there. You don't know how many kitchen behind, how many chefs are there. There are about 50, 60 chefs behind the scene. They work day and night. And we went into the kitchen. He was shocked because he used to work with his mother at home and make a simple anna sambar. And that is the daily food. Like in my childhood days, my grandmother used to cook for me simple food like rice and sambar. Whatever I am today, because of my grandmother, she inspired me. She is my mentor. And she used to, bleach her jewelries and put me into the college, which is Chennai IHM. So I still remember those secret recipe, whatever she made today, I don't think I can replicate anything what she used to cook at the back of the kitchen. It's amazing. So this boy, exactly, Shekhar, I think he's here. Can you come to the stage, Shekhar? Now he is going to talk about his experience.
Hi, my name is Shekhar. I am 15 years old. I studied GHS Adugodi in Kannada medium. I just cleared my 10th standard. One day, few people came to my school and asked me what I wanted to become. I said, chef. I always interested in cooking and I used to help my mother in the kitchen. And then I was given a chance to experience life of a chef. For 2 months, I worked in Vivanta by Taj. Chef Salura sir taught me how to cook pasta, salad, soups, and above all hygiene. The first day at Taj was my birthday. The team celebrated my birthday, which made me very happy. Every day I came here at sharp 10 o'clock and wash my hands, change into my uniform, and prepare salads, help all other chefs in work that made me learn about the kitchen and have my lunch with other staff working here. I never thought I could do all this. I want to say thank you to Chef Salura sir for teaching me cooking and Akshaya Patra for the opportunity, my parents and teachers supporting me. I really happy to be here. Thank you all.
Actually, I must thank to Shekhar. The reason because I never expected. I thought how I'm going to train him. Such a young boy from small kitchen to 5-star kitchen. And when he entered, I said, I understand. I realized his capable, culture, discipline, and he used to be punctual at his work and so particular about what he makes and what he delivers. Today, from where to where, he knows all the cuisine, be it a modern European, be it Italian. Now he is going to make some of the best chocolate in the world for you all. All 200 people, he is going to do it in the span of within 10 minutes. It's going to be like a magic. Go ahead, Shekhar. Don't let me down. Let him do.
this make temperature is 30 and 32 degrees. Yeah.
Just get the chocolate quickly. He's going to do an fresh fruit coated chocolate. Very fast. Now he is going to fill the chocolate with a different filling, which is orange filling he is going to do.
chocolate is ready. Now the temperature is 30, 30 also, 30, 32, ready for it.
Lovely. I've got chocolate over my mic. Thank you, Shekhar. You're a real star. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for him. Wow. These are the ones that Shekhar just made. Come. At this point in time, we'd like to welcome our Kannada star, Mr. Yash is in the house. All right, I'd like to call up all our three mentors. Can we have you on stage? Preeti, Dr. Zulfia, and Chef Selvaraju. Can we have you on stage, please? All right, I'd like to call up our chairman of the Akshaya Patra Foundation, Sri Madhu Pandidasa, our Padma awardee, to please come and honor our three mentors. Ladies and gentlemen, they need a huge round of applause. May I also call up Yash sir? Can I have you? We'd like to felicitate you as well.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅಕ್ಷಯ ಪಾತ್ರ ತುಂಬಾ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ನನಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ ಬೆಳೆದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದರ ಸಾಧನೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಅಪಾರ. ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿರೋ ವಿಷಯ ಇವತ್ತೇನಂದ್ರೆ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾರು ಬಡವರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ದಿರೋರು ಅಥವಾ ಬಂಗ್ಲೆ ಇಲ್ದಿರೋರು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಇಲ್ದಿರೋರು ಅವರಲ್ಲ. ಬಡತನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರತ್ರ ಕನಸಿಲ್ವೋ ಅವನು ಬಡವ. ಯಾರತ್ರ ಕನಸಿದೆಯೋ, ಯಾರು ಕನಸು ಕಾಣೋ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅವನೇ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದು ಕನಸು ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಕನಸು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಕನಸು ನನಸು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಪಡಬೇಕು, ಸರಿಯಾದ ದಾರಿಲಿ ನಡಿಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ಗಳು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸರಿಯಾದ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿರಬೇಕು. ಹಲವಾರು ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಅದು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಕನಸು ಕಾಣೋನಿಗೂ ಶಕ್ತಿ ತುಂಬೋ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇದು ನಿಜವಾದ ಪುಣ್ಯವಾದ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊರತೆ ಆಗಿರೋದೇ ಕನಸು. ತುಂಬಾ ಕೆಲವರು ಕನಸು ಕಾಣ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಕೆಲವರು ಸಾಧಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕನಸು ಕಂಡವ್ರನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಕನಸು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಲ್ಲೂ ಕನಸು ಇರಲಿ, ಜಾಗೃತವಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಏನೇನು ಸಾಧಿಸಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಕೋತೀವೋ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಧಿಸ್ಬೋದು. ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ತುಂಬಾ ಕೆಳಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕನಸು ಕಾಣ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಜಾಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್. ಕೀಪ್ ಡ್ರೀಮಿಂಗ್. ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್. ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್. All right, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce our next artist for today. Ram Sampath is a composer who has scored over 4,000 commercials, released indie music successfully, and composed music for films like Khaki, Delhi Belly, and many, many more. Sona Mahapatra is an artist, music producer, Bollywood playback voice, and live performer who is known for her full-blooded voice, eclectic style, and social commentary. Sona is a trained Hindustani classical singer and has a deep love for the folk music and folk stylings of her country. She aspires to bridge the ancient to the contemporary with her music. If we could have both of them on stage, and may I request Mr. Mohandas Pai to please felicitate them before they start performing. We have Ram Sampath and Sona Mahapatra. Just give us a moment till we get all the equipment lined up, and then Sona will be performing live here with Ram. Sona, if I can have you one moment on stage, we just have a quick word while your equipment gets ready. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Sona Mahapatra. Sona, if you just like to tell us about what your dream was when you were young and how you've achieved it, and what did you have to go through to get there?
I've always dreamt of being on stage, facing my audience. It was never my dream to become a playback singer or any of those normal singer-associated big dreams in our country. And my journey has been kind of very interesting, I would think, because I was equally excited about academics. So I did a B.Tech, I did an MBA. I worked in the corporate center. In fact, Bangalore was one of my first training stints. I literally sold sabun, tel and such in the kirana dukan. So when I pass by, I remember all the beats that I did here. So it's very close to my heart. I've seen the unglamorous side of Bangalore. Although at that point of time, everything really super glam was associated. Oh, you're going to Bangalore? So, wow, that is the hip city to be in. But my first experience with Bengaluru was nothing hip or nothing very glamorous. But it's always a pleasure to be in your city. I believe the people here and the city here has a love and reverence for musicians, for artists, for artistry, and for culture. Something that I believe very few cities in our country right now celebrate. And here's a big cheer to all of you for that. So I'm pretty much living my dream, actually.
Super.
Yeah.
Sona, just tell us, how does it feel to be associated with this wonderful cause, the Akshaya Patra?
I've had an overwhelming day. It's been very, very inspiring. The energies are, I believe, I wouldn't be wrong to say, sort of life-changing. To see the kind of commitment with which this whole team is, I believe, changing our country and changing the world at the very grassroots. The concept of fairness, the concept of everybody to have the equal right to live their dreams, to make their dreams come true. Well, it's something which I hold very close to my heart, and I believe all of us would. But here are people who are walking their talk, who are fighting the good fight, as I'm repeating myself in the second time in the day, but they're doing it on a daily basis. It's not an easy trip, and I hope this is just the beginning of our association with your organization. You're very inspiring, all of you. Thank you so much for having us here. It's an honor.
Thank you, Sona. All right, I'll let you take your place because is Ram ready? Or Ram, can you have just a quick word with us?
Yeah, Ram is actually the more eloquent one amongst the both of us. He speaks very briefly, but he's the one with the one-liners and the wit. But he's also kind of publicity shy or public shy or whatever. Ram? Shy. I'm verbose, so I add an extra few words to everything. We can get this going? Other keys?
Yeah, I think everything's...
Yeah? Normally I love playing a concert where the beginning is very dramatic. There's no talking that happens. It starts with this very epic music, and we just like to speak through the music. But today I think I've done all the talking before. Can we start? Oh,
I just want to have a quick word with Ram.
Oh, okay.
Since we're talking about dreams over here, Ram, I'd like to ask you the same question I asked Sona. How did your dream start off as a musician?
My dream started actually, I started writing songs when I was 9 years old. I started playing them to people when I was about 12 years old because my family told me that the initial songs that I had written were terrible. So they gave me a good...
Indian family, yeah?
South Indians, yeah. No mercy. So they were very crucial in molding my taste buds. By the time I was 12, I started playing my songs to people. By the time I was 16, I was a professional composer. I think the beautiful thing for me was the fact that I had the avenues, available to be able to explore this. And I think it's a travesty that it's not available to every child in this country. And I think the idea of every child's dream should come true. It's just the most beautiful idea. I think it's very, very important.
Music is the universal language. I'm a musician myself. But I want to ask you this this one little question. I mean, you saw those three lovely kids coming up and the great mentors. Would you like to be a mentor to one of the kids?
Absolutely. Oh, totally. Completely, yeah.
Let's sign him on now. Let's sign him on. Let's sign him on.
You have my endorsement. I mean, I'm there.
All right. Thank you so much. I know everybody's waiting to listen to you guys. All right. The stage is all yours.
Hello. Yeah.
Divyang?
The keys are on.
Yeah, Divyang? 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 Okay. I can hear you. Can we just do a check on this? I'm playing that soft. It's playing back, right? That's not intentional at all.
It's once in 3 years or 2 years that Ram and me are on the same stage.
Yeah, Divyang, I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
Hello. heard this evening that the midday meal helps a very, very special category of the population much more than the other. I'm kind of inclined towards that side. I'm talking about the women, about the little girls. And here's an ode to all those gorgeous girls and all the amazing women in this country and all of you in the audience. Such a big job to be done in this country that it can't be any one entity, it's no one government, it's no one organization that can make this change. It's all of us collectively that can make this change. And no live performance is about just the people on stage. This is a song, this is an occasion where I want to hear everybody's voice together. Come on guys, I know Bangalore rocks. Uri Chiraiya, Uri Chiraiya, Meri Chidiya, Angna mein phir aaja re. I can't hear you. I want to hear the men singing for the gorgeous women in the crowd. Come on. Uri Chiraiya, Nanhi si chidiya, Angna mein phir aaja re. क्या बात है. By the way, Ram Sampath is half Kannadiga. So you need to show him more love than that. I need to hear those voices getting louder because here is a very, very special song. This is the song, the anthem that Ram has composed and our long-term collaborator, Munna Dhiman, has written. This is the anthem for Akshaya Patra. This is about following your heart, following your dreams, and knowing that every dream, however small or big, is a valid one and one that ought to come true. So all you have to do is dream it up. Huh? Yeah, तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो.
जब दिल में लोगे ठान तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो, ये सच है लो तुम जान, तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो, ये मुंह दोनों के दान, तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो। वाह वाह लगन लगा ले फिर जो चाहे बन, जहाँ भी हो जैसे भी हो वहीं से तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो। ये सच है मेरी जान, तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो, जो दिल में लोगे ठान तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो। ये सच है मेरी जान, तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो, जो दिल में लोगे ठान तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो।
छड़ी घुमा दे किस बात का है डर,
वरना फिक्र कोई बोलेगा क्या, जादू चला अपने जादू चला, जहाँ भी हो जैसे भी हो वहीं से तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो। ये सच है मेरी जान, तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो, जब दिल में लोगे ठान तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो। ये सच है लो तुम जान, तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो, जब दिल में लोगे ठान तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो। And here's the thing, this is the song we all have to sing along. It's a very simple song, simple words, a very simple rhyme so that all kids can sing along to, right?
That's right.
So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Where is it? ये सच है मेरी जान, तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो, जो दिल में लोगे ठान तुम कुछ भी कर सकते। Now you, come on guys,
तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो, तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो।
ये सच है मेरी जान, तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो, जो दिल में लोगे ठान तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो। ठीक है, थोड़ा मुश्किल है, वो तो कर सकते हैं। Should we do that one? That's simple, हाँ? Lyrics बाद में। Come on guys, and girls and women, some hands in the air. Whoa, 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 whoa,
The thing is, before we came in, we had some very special people in your team and requests from them saying, you must sing this song or that song that is a favorite of ours. And sahi hai. बैंगलोर में अंबरसरिया पंजाब का गाना. So the thing is, what I suggested, I believe I would like to share here, is that we have a big concert for Akshaya Patra with the full band. We create awareness, raise funds, do something really big at the birth of Akshaya Patra in Bangalore. And that's when we do a full dhamakedar, full-on production and full-on concert. So this is something I want to share with you guys. And from my side, we are just happy to make this happen. So guys, we'll do all the songs. Rangapati, Piya Se Naina, Aajave, Ambar Sariya, all of that and more. But tonight, we'd like to end with a song of dreams. It was a song in the first album that I put out. This is my 10th year as an artist. It's an original album, Ram's composition, and Munna's lyrics. So we've come a full circle because the last song that all three of us put out is Kuch Bhi Kar Sakte Ho. And this is a song we created 10 years ago. But it's about following your dreams. And songs that you haven't heard before are always tough to digest. But I believe we have an amazing audience here. Right? I've got to hear you guys. Okay, so... myself with my voice. It's so loud here. But this is a song we hardly get to sing. तो इसका कोई rehearsal नहीं होता है. लेकिन I felt this is just the most appropriate platform. Sir, your dream to have gone to the IIT, done your engineering and to have applied yourself and taken this path has been such an incredible inspiration for both of us and for my whole team, in fact. It's been a pleasure and an honor being here. And here's looking forward to a much brighter, happier, fulfilling, equal future for the whole country, for the whole world, in fact, I would say. Have a great night ahead. Thank you so much for having us.
Give it up, ladies and Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Sona and Ram. I'd like to now call upon our chairman, the Akshaya Patra, Akshaya Patra Foundation, Sri Madhu Pandit Dasa, to please say a few words.
Dear friends of Akshaya Patra, it's been a wonderful evening. I'm sure all your hearts have been moved by the wonderful souls that came upon the stage, starting from the 3 kids, Shekhar, Manjula, Shivu, and their respective mentors, Mr. Selvaraju and Dr. Sulfia Sheikh and Preeti Krishnamurthy. I would not use a word that's wonderful people have come together today. I would say wonderful souls have come together. It is a natural quality of the soul to have compassion, to sacrifice in the process of loving everyone as part and parcel of one supreme, sentient, absolute being. God is in everyone's heart, and when we express love, sacrifice and compassion, it is nothing but reflecting that God who is in your heart, His love, sacrifice and compassion through us. This Akshaya Patra program has a divine beginning, has a divine force behind it. Many, many miracles have happened. One of the big miracles is that this program does not have a corpus fund. Me and Mohan always discuss this. In the beginning, he is from the financial world, and he's a financial brain of the country. And many times he has said, this has been a new experience. Akshaya Patra has been a new experience as far as even finance is concerned. Where is this money? How does it money come from? One time we had to borrow from the bank to continue feeding. That was only once. For 16 years journey, that was only once. Probably God was testing us whether we would still do or stop. But we did it. And today, we have built such a wonderful platform of credibility and accountability in this program. Credibility and accountability, starting from responsibility towards our co-citizens in the matter of the basic necessity of food. When there is a problem in the house, let's say there is shortage of money in the house. What do? The first thing that we do is ensure that everybody shares the food. Everybody gets food. In the same way, today, this country is having 1.2 billion people. Many are well off, a very small percentage. A large percentage are those who do not have even food, shelter or clothing. Akshaya Patra's goal is to act as a bridge between the haves and the have-nots. Not only the bridge to move the resources, but to convert those resources into the most important basic necessity of food to support the education of the children in these government schools. So, it's a very big learning for not only for us, at Akshaya Patra, and also for those who are working hands-on in Akshaya Patra, as well as for all the donors, for all the supporters. Like what was offered by Ram and Sonu today, that they are ready to do we never asked them. They are ready to do a full show to raise funds for Akshaya Patra. This is how everything happens in Akshaya Patra. That's why I say that it is the soul, that is the soul force is what is working. When body force comes, selfishness comes. When soul force comes, selflessness comes. This country is such a wonderful country that the elements of compassion and sacrifice, sharing, we are able to experience in Akshaya Patra. I only pray that the upcoming middle class, which is a big percentage of the population in this country, practice frugality and simplicity in life when our brothers and sisters, our small children are hungry. Meet your basic needs and then think of others. Think of serving others. One gets more pleasure in serving, in giving pleasure to others, than in taking pleasure for oneself. That is something that one has to experience. It's a higher pleasure. We do not own anything to give. Everything belongs to God. But it is the spirit of giving. The spirit of giving is something that is the highest joy that you have to do and then you have to experience. So this giving chance for the dreams of these children is something, in earlier days of Akshaya Patra, in many dayas when I speak, I used to tell them that Akshaya Patra's function or Akshaya Patra's goal is to make the silent cry of the hungry children to be heard to the rest of the population. Today I make a statement, I extend that statement, that now Akshaya Patra wants to make the silent dream of these children to be made heard to the rest of the world. I am personally inspired by all the feelings that was expressed by different people in the stage. I am inspired to have the dream of feeding 5 million children by 2020. I am charged in that dream to feed 5 million children by 2020 by every one of you who are here. This evening has been a wonderful experience, And I do not want to prolong much because I'm sure you're all waiting for the chocolates of Shekhar. And thank you all for coming here and making this evening a very memorable one, and where you'll all carry this wonderful impressions. Such situations are rarely, encountered in life, where people come out with the heart. We can see people's heart coming out. Love, sacrifice, compassion. These are the elements of real dharma, of every religion. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, sir. If I could invite on stage Mr. Mohandas Pai, please, to join us as well. Do we have Mr. Verma from the Taj Group here? Oh, Manoj, would you like to just join us? It's actually time now, ladies and gentlemen, to give away the scholarships through our three heroes today. All right, first let's call up the lovely Manjula. Give her a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, she deserves a lot more than that. Give her a big clap, please. Next up we have Shivu. And if you don't clap for him, you won't get his chocolates. So here comes Shekhar. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sri Madhu Pandadasa. Thank you, Mr. Mohandas Pai. I'm going to ask Manoj. Manoj, if you'd just like to say a few words on behalf of the Taj Hotel.
Good evening, everybody. It was a moving experience, and we have a small gift for Shekhar. The Taj Group promises to sponsor a food production course after his 12th, and we will sponsor 50,000 so that he becomes a chef. Live your dreams, Shekhar.
Thanks very much, Mr. Matthew. All right, if I could have Sona and Ram, please, to come on stage. We have to give the checks to all these kids. All right, can we have Manjula first, please? Manjula, you get a nice big check. Come, Manjula. Can someone bring the check, please? Nice check for Manjula. Can we have Shivu, please? Shivu. And finally, Shekhar. Shivu, Manjula, if you'd like to join us back on stage, we'll have a group photograph with all three of you. Shivu. We'll take a photograph with all three of them. Give it up for them! Wow. Thank you, Sona. Thank you, Ram. Thank you so much. God bless. All right, I'd like to call up for a quick vote of thanks. If we could have our CEO, Mr. Sridhar Venkat, please.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of 1.5 million children, which Akshaya Patra serves every day, for making this event a grand success. Thank you, Mrs. Sudhamurthy, Chairperson of Infosys Foundation, to grace the event with your presence. We all know no project or initiative is possible to be executed without the investment of efforts by the talented, motivated and untiring people driving it. I can't thank them enough for their involvement. I would like to make a special mention of my colleague Ajay, his team members. Ajay, please stand up and wave your... Ajay, Mamta Madhusudan, Sulagna, Vishwas, please wave. They have put together this event to bring it to this level. I would like to express my profound gratitude to those who are responsible in making this pilot initiative one to emulate. Thank you, respected mentors, for taking these children under your wings. A round of applause for Chef Selvaraj Ramaswamy, Executive Chef of Taj Vivanta, Dr. Zulfia Sheikh, Founder Director of Bangalore School of Speech and Drama, and Ms. Preeti Krishnamurthy, Senior Research Fellow. A round of applause goes to the parents for encouraging their children to participate in this project. Please give a big hand to them. Let's give a special nod of appreciation to Handloom Pictures Company, Kanik Raj Samuel and Jacob Anand for capturing stories of these children and turning it into something so beautiful. What a beautiful storytelling, awe-inspiring indeed. A special thanks to Sona Mahapatra, Mr. Ram Sampath, renowned musician duo of Bollywood, for their enthralling performance and also contributing to the project with a beautiful theme song. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Sushruti Krishna, for extending support to the project with your presence. And thank you, Mark, for agreeing to host this event and making it so wonderful. Akshaya Patra extends its utmost gratitude to its hospitality partner, Vivanta by Taj, who have also promised to leave no stone unturned till Shekhar becomes a full-fledged chef. We also would like to thank Big FM, our radio partner, who will be airing our chairman's interview tomorrow in the morning, so please tune in. All the videos which you saw in the event will be available on Akshaya Patra's YouTube channel, so please find time to view it. And last but not the least, let's give the 3 stars of the show, Manjula, Shivu and Shekhar, a huge applause. Thank you all and wish you all a good night.
Thank you very much, sir. We'd like to make a very special mention over here, ladies and gentlemen, of our event source, Raj, Nitesh and Sautik. They're the gentlemen who put this entire event together. And here it is. They've actually agreed to donate all the money that is being paid for them to the Akshaya Patra Foundation. So thank you very much, event source. Can we have Raj, Nitesh and Sautik on stage, please? And so if you'd like to just give them a a little token of appreciation. Sri Chanchalapati, Asa, can I have you on stage, please, too? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, they need a huge round of applause. A very, very nice gesture on their part. Not charging any fee, preferring instead to donate it to this wonderful Akshaya Patra Foundation. We'd like to also say a special thanks to Prajavani Chief Padmaraj Dandavate, to the Deccan Herald Subramanya K, and to the Times of India City Editor Sita Lakshmi. Thank you for being with us here today. Right, ladies and gentlemen, if I could call back our wonderful artists, Sona and Ram, if you could lead us in the national anthem, please. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could request you all to kindly stand to attention, we are going to end with our national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय है भारत भाग्य विधाता जय है जय है जय है जय 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 है
Jai Hind. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. With this, we've come to the end of the formal part of this evening. Please do join us for dinner. Don't forget to carry all your belongings with you. Dhanyavadagulu. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and good night. Enjoy the rest of the evening.